Hello, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video we're going to do a Chinese New Year glam once again. And I know my last video I delayed for a whole week plus one day, but I'm back in again, and for today's video we're going to do an easier version for you because somebody's gonna party until late night on the first day of Chinese New Year. So I'm just going to show you how to do a quick glam look for the next day, and I hope you enjoyed this look. If you have created this look, I forgot to say it in the outro because I filmed the outro already. If you have created this look, please tag me on Instagram, Twitter, send me a DM on Snapchat if you have recreated this look or recreated any of my looks. Just tag me. I would really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the video. So the first thing we're going into, of course, is primer. This is the TATCHA Luminous Silk. On the direction it tells you to use a pea-sized amount, but use a lot because it really makes your skin look so good. I cannot tell you enough. So the second primer we're going to use is Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer. I know 2 primers. I'm quite extra here because I really need some help. So after primer, I'm going to do my brows like how I usually would do. I would just do it off camera because it takes me a million years. So I'm gonna quickly do my brows off camera and I'll come back, and I probably should zoom in a little bit more. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it at the same time. So I'm gonna see you later. Hey guys, so I've done my brows and I've also went on and primed my lid with the Naked Skin Concealer by Urban Decay, and I carved out my brows a little bit as well. Not too perfect, but whatever. I am in a rush today actually, so let's get right into it. We're going back to foundation first because that's what I want to do, and that's what I always do actually. So for foundation today, we're going into the LANCOME Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation in the shade 280 Bisque W. So I'm just gonna take 2 pumps of the foundation, and then I'm just gonna dot it everywhere. And then I'll go in to buff out this foundation. This foundation is a little bit too dry for me. If you cannot see, a little bit too yellow. But anyways, we're just gonna get over it. The finish of this foundation is beautiful. It's very nice. It sounds like a foundation review, but it is actually not. But this is the first time I'm using this foundation on camera. So like how I would normally do, I'll just go in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer to spot conceal. Usually I use Macadamia, but today I'm gonna use Ginger because this looks more like the foundation shade. So I'm just gonna let the concealer sit a little bit, and then what I'm going to do now is to apply another concealer to highlight my under eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in light neutral, my go-to concealer, which has already expired by the way if you haven't watched my last video. While I'm letting the concealer dry down, I'm just going to blend out the concealer, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. So after that, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out my chin, my cupid's bow, my nose, and my forehead first. And then I'll go into my eyes. There's the place I need most coverage, so I just wanna let it sit a little bit more. So after blending out all the concealers, I'm just going into my Fit Me Loose Setting Powder in the shade Light 15. I'm not gonna do a crazy bake. All I'm gonna do is to set my inner corner. I'm not gonna set right at the edge because if once we are going to, you know, conceal the wing or to clean up the eyeshadow, I leave some space for concealer reapplication. I'm just gonna use the excess powder on the sponge, dab on everywhere that I put concealer on, and also the smile line. We're going into eyes now, so exciting. Today we're going to do a very easy quick, getting out of the door, glam, but still festive, you know what I mean? So the first thing we're going into our eyes would be the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer in TANTASTIC. I just like using bronzer in my eyes if I want a little bit of quick definition because it kind of ties everything together. I'm just gonna put this color in right into my crease. I'm just going into SMASHBOX Ablaze palette that we used last time, because I just want to show you how to create a look with one palette, and this basically is all the colors that we want to have on our face. I'll go into the shade Nirvana, which is this shade right here. I'm just going to tap onto the color and I'll pack it in the outer corner. Kind of just blend it into the V. And then we bring this color a little bit into the crease. Lightly bring it into the crease, and then we will take the brush we used before, which is the Smith 230 brush. I'm just gonna blend the color out. So we're going into this shade, which is called Moccasin. I don't have time to wet my brush and I have nothing around me, so I'm just gonna use my saliva. I don't care.
Ew, seriously?
That is so gross.
So you just take your wet brush and you're going into it. Just pack it on, nice and golden. And then we can go back into our E44 brush from Sigma, just kind of blend all the edges out. And also my Smith 230, just kind of blend everything together. If you're extra like me, you can just take the dark brown shade, which is Dark Horse. You can just take it with a smudger brush. This is a Pico 54 brush. Just smudge it onto your lash line. So now we're going to move on to lower lash line. I don't know why I'm doing this with two brushes, but we're going into our lower lash line. If you don't really have time and you really just want to use one palette, you cannot grab another palette, then go ahead and use whatever matte shade we used underneath our eyes. So you put, basically you can put Nirvana with a very tight lining brush. You just tight line your lower lash line and then you blend it out with a pencil brush with this dip into your bronzer. So this is just very easy if you want that look, but I know I'm extra, so I'm actually going into some other palettes. I'm going into the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basic palette. I'm just going to grab this shade, which is called Lethal, the deep dark purple shade, and I'm gonna tight line my lower lash line, and I'm going to dip into Instinct, which is this mauvey purple shade. Just gonna blend the whole thing out so you have more of a cool tone under eye pop. Alright, if you're extra like me and you want a little bit of pop underneath your eyes, I recommend to go with the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette. And there's a shade called Lithium, which is this shade. No, this shade right here. I'm just gonna pop it in the middle of my lower lash line. I'm gonna kind of blend it out a little bit. You can always put a glitter glue if you're extra, but I mean, I just want a hint of sparkles and definition around there. So basically that's done, other than lashes and inner corner highlight, if you don't want to put an inner corner highlight. But yeah, we're going to finish the rest of our face. So for bronzer, we're going to use the Marc Jacobs TANTASTIC bronzer. And I'll use a large powder brush. This is the Sigma F20. And with a sponge, we're going back into the powder. Just gonna cut the cheekbones a little bit. Don't forget about your forehead, because I just almost forgotten about my forehead. And with my Smith 124 Just gonna contour my nose a little bit, tap off all of the powders. Just a little bit too much around my nose. After that, we're going to blush. We're just gonna use the same big old fat brush that we used. I'm going into my BURT'S blush in Toasted Cinnamon. I love it. Okay, so for my highlights, I'm going to use my Master Chrome highlight by Maybelline in the shade Molten Rose Gold. This looks pretty. Oh shit, that's too much. That's way too much. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit like above my brows because I want to. So for lips, we're going into our Urban Decay 24/7 Glide on Lip Pencil in Bed Blood. So for today's lip color, we're going to use our Makeup Forever Artist Rouge Cream in C405. This looks so good. So before we put on lashes, we're going to spray a little bit of TATCHA Dewy Skin Mist. Whew, it's a lot. But yeah, by a little bit I mean a lot. So there you go. But my skin looks so dewy and glowy and I like it. I like it. So before we end everything, we have to put on lashes, right? So I'm going to curl my lashes. L'Oreal Lash Paradise. Mascaras are on. We now can put on lashes. Miami by LILLY Lashes. So you guys, let's complete the look. I hope you like it as much as I do because I really adore this look. This is so easy to do, so quick and so glam. And if you don't want lashes, you can just forget about them. You know, you don't need to do lip liner because I just have dysfunctional lips. So yeah, if you like it, please do not forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. Also, may I ask you to do a favor? I am struggling between reviewing the Hourglass Finish foundation, like the liquid foundation, or the Dior Forever Glow foundation. If you have any idea or if you have any preference, please let me know, or both. Just write down both in the comment section down below so you can let me know. I'm gonna see you in my next video. I hope you have a very, very nice Chinese New Year time. Bye guys.